Give me 1 second. We'll be starting in just a moment. Got it. Okay. Drop those. Drop that. Okay, I'm on. Good. Give me 1 second. We'll be starting in just a moment. Got it. Okay. Oh, all right. We got that going. Perfect. All right. So now what do I need to do next? Okay, I need to go to the charts. Let me fire them up and then we're going to go ahead and get started. Good, good, good. So far, so good. All righty. Cool, cool, cool. Lord, I ask you to bless this meeting and thank you for it. In Jesus' name. Okay. We have that there. We have those there. Okay, we're good to go. So let me share this. All right, I'm going to share that first screen, which is there. All right, and I can see that you guys can see it. And now let me bring this back up and let me bring this back up. All right. All right. And then last but not least, let me record. And I think we're good to go. And then we'll start class. And we got 1 minute before class begins. 1 minute. 1 minute. Let me take this 1 minute and take care of something real quick. 1 minute. I'll be right there in 1 minute. We got 1 minute to go. Okay, let me do a sound check and a screen test. If you guys can see me, hear me, and see my screen, type in number 3 in the box. Okay, cool, perfect. All right, so now let me make sure y'all can see my screen preview. Okay, we're good to go. So let me hit the record and we're going to go ahead and get started for today. All right, you guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Uncle P. Thank you for joining us for our regular scheduled Wednesday class. Hope all is well. We have a lot to cover today. For those who are on early, thank you for joining early. There was something that was said that I wanted you guys to reflect on. And because this is something I reflected on, as a matter of fact, the last couple of days, I was thinking back on this. And he was talking about the principle of following laws, okay? And when he talked about that, he was saying success is actually predictable, okay? Hear me really, really good. He says success is actually very predictable, okay? When it comes to the Forex market, and this is what I was thinking about the other day, when it comes to the Forex market can sometimes be very chaotic, okay? We all who've been trading for a while, we understand that. But truth is, even with its chaos, there is a level of something's going on that makes sense to the big institutions, but not to the regular players called retail traders. So obviously there's some sense of it looks chaotic, but it actually does make sense. And what happens is, and this is just my opinion, what happens is it looks chaotic to shake out those who don't truly understand the root nature of the markets. But for those who do understand the root nature of the markets, it actually makes complete sense. Type of 15 if that makes sense to you guys, what I'm saying so far. Okay. I played a video for you guys last week from a guy who traded a $2 million Forex account that he passed. And he explained the same exact thing that he actually now, and I'm not endorsing him. I don't even know him personally. I do like his straightforwardness. I love people who are straightforward. But he had said something that just really made sense. He said, when I was going through the challenge, the bottom line is, he said, the way the market is, we see big moves in the market and we think they're really gigantic moves. But he said, in essence, the market has to stay within some sense of normalcy, because since it's internationally exchanged currencies, it can't just be wild and shooting all over the place. It looks that way for us in the Forex market who trades. But he said, actually, it's not that way. He said, if you actually look at big moves, they're only a penny or two in the general scheme of things. So, or about 5 cents, 4 cents big moves. So for an example, let's take a look at this here. This here is where the market had bounced. This is the Euro JPY. Okay. So from this level here to here, we call it in pips. That was basically almost 500 pips. It was 488 pips. For those who have the Ocean Wave Sexy Analyst, Sexy Simple, you could have made a boatload of pips. This was about 500 pips to the upside, okay? But in technicality, as far as on the general market in the world of business, it started at $1.56 and went up to $1.61. So how many pennies is actually there? What's the penny difference? 161 minus 156. What is that? Anybody? Let's do it on screen. I'm pull up the old calculator. 161 minus 156 is only 5 cents difference. Do you see what I'm saying? So they understand that it works within certain boundaries. And so this is why he was saying that most traders, they typically go to what? The higher time frames to see what the range is. And then when they put their stop losses, they put it right outside of the typical range of where that market is going. Okay. But for us on the retail level, we don't look at the markets this way, especially if you're a scalper or a day trader. You're looking at such short time frames until you really don't see what the macro or the bigger picture is. Okay. And so everything looks very chaotic. It looks like every time I take a trade, the market is going crazy. And that could be true. But if you look at it from a distance perspective, you say, okay, it actually makes sense. So for an example, if I'm taking this trade, it's already in an uptrend. So therefore, if I'm taking trades heading up, the likelihood of me being successful with it will be high, pretty high. And because this is where it's going on a general level. So yes, I understand it's whipping around and doing these things, but nevertheless, in the grand scheme of things, it actually makes sense where it's going. I just have to start looking at the bigger picture, which I've been preaching this for I don't know how long. If I'm going to trade on the lower time frame, I need to first take a look at the higher time frame so I can get some semblance of understanding the bigger picture. So that even if I'm in the midst of chaos, at least I know exactly where you're eventually going to go. Now, you may pull back against me, you may whip around, news events may happen, but overall, I know you're going to straighten yourself out because I know basically where you're about to go. Type of 20, if that makes sense to everybody. It is a law of the market. It's the law of the market. And because big institutions and professional traders understand this, this is what separates them from you. They understand the general law of the market. So once you understand the law of the market, trading is not that complicated. Now, let me take this concept a step further before we hit to the charts. And I do have to go to an event shortly, so we will be hitting things and getting in and out. By the way, thank you for everybody who's on YouTube and zooming in. I don't know how many people, I'm still new to that thing right there, but nevertheless, we are on a 10-second delay from the time that I say something to the time you're going to hear it. If you want to join live, use the link in the description and you can go ahead and join, or just go to one of my YouTube videos. The link is in there and you can actually come into the Zoom class live. And if you have any questions, I can actually be able to talk to you. All right, let's take this a step further. Why was this bothering me? Because, and I'm being honest, you know me, I will tell you straight up, I was really upset with myself. Because in this business and in life, you need to be completely honest with yourself. Matter of fact, write this down, because I'm going to talk about what happens in the Forex market with the actual retail trader. And I pray that as I explain this to you guys, I prayed before we even hit the charts. I really prayed that some of you guys will really take heed to what I'm going to say, because it can catapult your success by 500% in a day. Okay. So please type a 15 if you're listening to me. I'm really trying to help you guys. What I'm trying to do as a goal is to make sure that your journey is not as rough as mine's. Mine's is so rough that if I even think about it too long, I will literally cry. It is so painful, but it was unnecessary. I just didn't have a good mentor who was willing to tell me the truth. They would give me bits and pieces, but they left out the bigger pictures in the grand scheme of things. How does the market itself work? Everybody's teaching me strategies and indicators, but they're not teaching me the nature of the market to which I'm supposed to be applying these strategies. So it always appeared like nothing ever works. No matter what I do, it's not working. But that was because a mentor didn't come along and say, okay, let's drop all the indicators, let's drop all the strategies, and let's just take a look at the market's behavior itself. What times does it do this? What days does it pull back? There was nobody available to help me. Okay, you want to be a reversal trader? Then what days typically does the market do reversals? Now, it will be some exceptions, which we're going to talk about exceptions today because it did it this week. But as a general, watch this, law or rule of the markets, what days does it do reversals? What days does it do trends? Which one does it do more of, reversals or trends? Notice there's no discussion about indicators at all. It's just the law of the market first. Let me get the temperature outside before I start worrying about what clothes and outfit I'm going to wear today. You can have the sexiest outfit with shorts and so forth, but if you're over in Alaska, it may not work. Why? Because you didn't take the temperature of the market first before you started trying to apply a strategy. That's like you getting dressed before you know what the weather is outside. Type of 72 if this is making sense to you guys. I want to make sure you're not missing what I'm about to say. Because this is exactly what retail traders do. They keep putting on clothes without understanding the temperature of the market. They have no idea. And so that's why it seems like everything that you do keeps ending up in failure. Okay. Now, us here as a Super Easy Forex family, we're getting the general knowledge of the market's movement itself, which is great improvement. But now we still got a problem. We do. What is the problem? Here's the problem. And this is where my personal dealing with yourself, write this word down, integrity. And yes, we're talking about Forex. Watch how I'm going to slap you in your face with truth, because I had to slap myself in the face with the same truth. Integrity. The word integrity, and this is just Uncle P's definition, and the word integrity means no cracks. Okay, it's like a ship that sits on the sea, and I take cruises. I love going on cruises. But if that boat has even any small crack in the bottom, it allows water to slowly seep in. And it doesn't matter whether it's just a small crack or not, it's still a crack in the boat. And therefore, as it's going along the seas and sitting in that water is constantly seeping in and destroying the integrity of the boat. And after so much time, that boat gonna have a problem. Do you all agree? I don't care if it's a big old cruise liner. If it has a crack in the bottom, no matter how small, eventually it's going to erode the integrity or the safety of the ship. Do you guys agree? Yes or no? Okay. This is important. This is very important to your trading. This is very important. Watch this. The word integrity means no cracks. What does that really mean? It means what you say, what you do, and what you think should all line up. There should not be any cracks between them. If you say something, it should be exactly what you've been thinking, and it should be exactly what you do. You shouldn't be thinking one thing, saying one thing, and doing something else. This is why people cannot be trusted. They have no integrity. So when you say, I can't trust this person, you're saying they don't have integrity. What they said, but what they did was two different things. They had cracks. There's a crack in between what you said and what you did. But when you have integrity, there is no crack between what you say, what you think, and what you do. So you say, Uncle P, what does this have to do with Forex trading? Everything. How many times did you tell yourself, I ain't going to take no more than XYZ number of trades this week? But every week, you do at least 4 times that many. Come on, type. Put your hand up, say yes. If that was you, I say yes myself. Come on, type. Come on, type. We can tell the truth. Just a few more minutes on integrity so we can get ourselves together. You set a limit. But did you keep that word? Oh, Lord, I must be stepping on toes. Ain't too many comments today, Jesus. See, this is why I don't like talking about that stuff. They just want me to talk about charts. They don't really want me to talk about the truth, Lord. So should I move on or should I continue? Lord, because you see, they drifting off, Jesus. They drifting off. People don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear that part. You said you was going to be consistent with your trading rules. It's only Wednesday. Have you been consistent with your trading rules? That you made a promise to yourself that this week is going to be different? Yes or no? Type. Come on, talk to me. I'm only going to step on them toes a few more minutes, and then we're going to move on. I'm only crunching a couple of them, but come on, talk to me. Come on, type. See, this is where we have a problem as retail traders that separates us from the big institutions and successful traders. For those who have a lot of people you're tuning into on YouTube, don't worry about their trading strategy. Don't worry about this and that. Start looking at how consistent their videos are from trade to trade and from this to that. And you'll begin to see that the reason they're successful is because they have trading integrity. Write that down. The word trading integrity. That means they stick to a set of rules that they said they were going to stick to. Hell or high water, no matter what, I'm going to stick to these rules. It doesn't matter what this market is doing. If it does this, then I will take the trade. If it doesn't do this, I won't take the trade. And what happens is, just like the video I played last week, the man had in trading integrity. He said that this is the only thing that I'm going to be doing. And he said it took me 4 months to pass the challenge of a $2 million account with 2 phases. That means he had to do it twice. But he passed it in 4 months with $2 million. So that actually means he did what? Had to make 10% on 2 million each time to pass, right? That means he had to stick to his rules. Do you now think that there was news events and all kind of chaos throughout the market? Yeah, of course it was. But he stuck to his rules and he succeeded. The question is, what about you? What about me? So why am I bringing this up before we even get to the charts? Because there was a question that bothered me. So truly, what is the difference between a retail trader and the experts? And it dawned on me, it's one thing: trading integrity. If they lose a trade, they don't lose their cool. Well, I'm going to say it again. If they lose a trade, they don't lose their cool. They don't get emotional over it. Can you say you do the same? Can you override your emotions and say, okay, well, let me hurry up and you start over leveraging? Or do you stick to your rules saying, no matter hell or high water, this is how much I'm gonna lose on this trade. And if it wins, cool. If it don't, I'm not gonna chase it. You see how trading integrity works? So part of this was because I wasn't taught properly, but the other half was I still had enough skills and knowledge, but I held myself back because I wasn't sticking to my own rules. I had a lack of integrity. I was undisciplined. If you say you're not going to look at these charts, watch this. Trading integrity. Typically, if you're a reversal trader, and I say typically because when we go to the chart, you're going to see there was some exceptions, and that will happen every once in a while. But on a general scale, the market tends to stay in its behavioral patterns. Trend in the beginning of the week, midweek reversals. Okay. We know that. We've been talking about that. We've been seeing this over and over and over again. Okay. But watch this. How many times have you blown your account on a Sunday if you're a reversal trader? You swore up and down. You said, you know what? I heard Uncle P. I ain't going to touch this chart until when? Midweek reversal. And yet you took some trades on Sunday and blew your account up. Do you really have integrity? Do you stick to your own word? We keep always trying to find people who lie to us in our life. Say, they're a liar. They're a liar. But the truth is, you're lying to yourself. And could you be holding yourself back from your Forex success because you keep lying to you? You keep breaking your own word. You keep breaking your own rules. Type a 70 in the box if you know some people. Now, I ain't saying you, but you know some people who's like that in the Forex arena. You break your own rules. And this is where integrity comes in, because see, when we judge others, it's easy to judge them because it's them. But we can hide our own lack of integrity because it's just you and God who sees it. So you're just a liar, but you just get to hide your lies. So when you enter into public, yeah, you can talk bad about other people, but the truth is you need to shut up because you're a liar too. You lie all the time. You lie to yourself over and over and over again. But you just get to hide it because in Forex, there's nobody looking over your shoulder. There's no boss other than your own pocketbook saying you lied again. That's what your pocketbook says. How long have you been trading and never made a withdrawal? Your pocket is saying you're a liar. I'm always happen to be the one to put the money up, but I'll never get nothing back. And don't keep blaming trading systems and strategies. It's you, because you don't stick to the rules. Matter of fact, truth is, every time you buy a trading system, you don't even look at the rules. And so your emotional state is sad, your pockets is sad, all because you don't have trading integrity. You don't stick to the rules. Not even if you make the rules. You get too emotional and you're destroying yourself. If this was helpful, just type an amen and let's move on to something more lighter called the chart. I'm gonna get off your toes now. Let me rephrase it. I'm gonna get off all of our toes. I pondered on this and said, you know what, the most successful people in the Forex market, it really wasn't that they don't lose trades. They don't lose as many because they stick to the rules. So if you want to increase your winning percentage, stick to the rules. You're going to lose some trades. It's just inevitable. You're going to lose some trades, but you can reduce the number of trades you lose by stop being emotional and just start stealing with integrity. Win your emotional battle first before worrying about winning the war in the markets. You will not win 100%. So when you do lose, back away, control yourself. Okay, let's move on. All right. Now, let me say my disclaimers and then let's get into class today. Okay, all right. And let me do this. Let me see something. Give me one quick second. You know, what's helpful is always sometimes just get in your own face. Just, sometimes I just get frustrated with myself and I have to say, okay, what's the truth? Because you can blame other people all you want, but the truth is at the end of the day is you and you. Okay. All right. Here we go. Number one, here's my opener, and then we'll get straight into the charts and let's move on. I am not a financial advisor, so I'm not trying to give you financial advice. We're just looking at the charts, trying to see what they have to say, and then interpreting from there and move forward. Number two, please make sure when we get to the question and answer period that your background noise is under control, because this is being recorded for playback, and they do want to hear your questions, and they do want to hear my answers. So please make sure your background noise is under control. All right, number 3, please make sure that when if you decide to trade, that you're going to start with a demo account, and then if you move from demo account to a live account, that you use what's called disposable income. Disposable income simply means a stat, it's disposable, which means that no matter win or lose or whatever, you're not using rent money, baby Similac money, car note money, or whatever. You're just using disposable income, meaning you've paid your bills on time, you got a little money in savings in case of emergency, and this is just play money. So whether you win or lose, it's not that big of a deal. Okay. Next, if anybody is saying that they're Uncle P, Miss Donna, Miss Nancy, Miss Elvis, Miss Jenny, this and that, I represent Forex, Super Easy Forex, I represent Ocean Wave or whatever, send me some of your money and I'll trade for you, please, it's a scam, okay? We don't do that, never have and never will. And please email us who contacted you, screenshots or whatever, so that we can report them and so forth. By the way, I am escalating any foolishness that comes through here. I'm working with Zoom now, who's tracking what's going on, because we had the foolishness over the last couple of weeks. So they're astute and paying attention to what's going on so that we can capture and get this information. I'm also going to be working with Google directly for any negative emails that come through and this and that, and then reporting it to IC3, Cybercrime Unit Division. We're going to be done with this foolishness because we're here to make absolutely certain that we're working together as a family. And anybody who's trying to infiltrate that and start some problems, you're going to actually be the person with the problem. Okay? No, we ain't playing that. I'm not playing it. I take this very serious. And if I need to, I told you guys I have a special investigator who I can hire at any given time. He actually trains FBI agents and police officers. And I told you guys that there was several attempts that happened several years ago, including a major large corporation up in all the way up in Russia. And they attempted to use over 60 something IP addresses through VPN, trying to mask your addresses with the tools that my person has. That doesn't matter. We can find you anywhere at any given time. And we located them, knew exactly where they were, and knew exactly what agencies to report to. He gave me a full list of even what FBI agents by name and contact to reach out and say, have them handle this case. So nobody is hidden from us. I can get to you. Trust me. And I will. Because this is serious. This is serious. I keep telling you guys, bad stuff is on its way. You're starting to see it happening in the news now, so nobody can doubt what I've been saying all along. I just told you, I'm not the person who's going to be opening my mouth and trying to end up floating in the river for opening my mouth, but you're starting to see the progression of the world is getting worse and worse and worse, and this is just the beginning. So for the average family, this could be your last hope of gathering goods and services financially out of an endless supply of money. You cannot depend on these jobs. So I take this very, very serious. If you're with me, type a 30 in the box. This is why my intensity is getting worse and worse with some of the interactions. And I do apologize for that, but we don't have time. Literally, we're running out of time. And again, I can't say much because I want to live, but we're running out of time. And this could be our last hope. So either come here and take it serious or don't come at all. I'm dead serious. Don't buy nothing from me if you're not willing to do the work I'm asking you to do, such as go through the tutorials. Don't buy something and then just slap it on your charts and then certain 30 emails talking about, well, how do you do this? It was all in the tutorial. See, that lets me know you're not serious, and I prefer that you not even touch anything that we have to offer. I don't need your business if you're not going to take it serious. I'm not getting paid to do these classes. I do it because I love you guys and I know something bad is on its way. And you need knowledge. You need somebody who's willing to at least step up and try to help you understand. And if you're not here for that, then don't come. Serious. Next. I want to welcome all new people. And don't forget, you guys, and then let's move on into the trades and to the charts now. Don't forget that we are so close to the goal of reaching 1 million pips. And again, I want to be very clear on how this works. That's just the 1 million pip mark from inception of when we started with the signal service in just Ms. Jeannie's class alone, okay? And as I said before, it's done twice a week. So you are more than welcome to join in there and talk with her and take trades alongside her or whatever, and you can dialogue with her so that you're never lost and left by yourself. But technically, if we were to add in the second side of our signal service, which is all inclusive, you also receive signals, at least 10 to 12 a week. Okay. And those pips we never count because we don't want to count them, because it was, when I tried to count them, there was confusion. I was counting the pips based off of when I was sending out the signals or when Mr. Elvis sent out the signals. And therefore, from pip to pip, from goal to goal posts, even if we close them out early, we said, okay, we made about 20 pips. Our goal was 60 pips, but the market was acting a fool, so we closed out 20 pips. Well, some people was like, oh, no, man, I ain't made no 20 pips. I only made 5 pips. Well, thank God you made 5 pips. You didn't lose. But the point was, well, it was depending on what time you took the signal, because we can't control that. If we send out a signal, and if I send out a signal this minute, but you don't take it until 20 minutes later, okay, well, I can't control that. So I just eliminated counting those pips. But if we were to count the number of pips that we have done on the signal side of it and added it, we would have been over 1 million pips a long time ago. But we're just counting just the ones where you're live in class, where you can verify that this is happening. Yeah, we're really, really close. So if you want to be a part of that historical journey, to hit it, just join the signal service at superezforex.com and just click on join the signals group. Okay. All right. Now let's get into some charts. Now, I have a question, and I wanted to put it out, but I said, we just save it for class. Typically, remember I said there's a typical. Why? Because there's always exceptions to the rule. And that's where your trading integrity has to really take hold. Because sometimes every once in a while, the market would do something outside of its normal laws and rhythms. So this week was different. Normally, we would start the week with Ocean Wave, and there's plenty of opportunities, which, by the way, I'm putting out a video tomorrow because there are still some opportunities, and I just recorded a video which will be out tomorrow on some pairs that I did very well on, that was highly dependable, so you'll see that video tomorrow. I'm just waiting for my thumbnail guy to complete that thumbnail, but you'll see that. But here was a unique thing. Last week, there were more reversal setups than Ocean Wave trend setups. Why is that? Somebody type. Let me see if somebody figure it out. Why is that this week? Let's go to the 4-hour. Why is it? Okay. You see all them that hit early in the week. Early in the week. Why was that? Okay, Donna says news. Liz says news. What news? Y'all close. Y'all close. China, yes, that was one. What else? Nope, not the war. These are all reactive from last week. What happened last week? Remember, it was in the news events I told you guys about. There you go. Interest rate, Fed announcements. Okay. What happened on Friday? NFP. Stop right there. Non-farm payroll. It usually is not that big of a deal. I mean, you can expect some jumping, but it wasn't that big of a deal. And Drew said end of the month trades. Yep, that too. Okay. In the stock market, I think they call it the triple witching hour or something like that. There's 3 things in the stock market that happens where it all collides together. But the point is, you guys are getting it. Notice what happened. It wasn't just normal, cross of death, okay? It wasn't just normal market situations. There was a huge response to news, okay? And that threw the markets off so that they were shooting like wildfire on Friday, creating unusual amounts of trading opportunities for reversals. See, look at this. Oh God, I should have stayed in that one longer. Golly, look at this. Oh, that was nice. Simple 415. There you go. I'm gonna put a, hold on 1 second, you guys. I got to do this. Oh, by the way, watch this. This is a neat trick. Watch this, you guys. Okay. Notice that my tabs up here, none of them are working. They're not working. Has it ever happened to you guys? Type of yes if it ever happened to you. You open your charts and these tabs up here ain't working. Ever happened? Okay. What that means is your MT4 is not calculating. It's too much running as soon as you reopened it. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to close one of these. and see if it opens. And if it doesn't, that's fine. Right click, go to templates, and you should have a blank one. And look what happened. Instantly, everything opens up. See, everything's back to normal. So now I'll go back here and go back here. And then I go right here, right click, go to chart window, and then open up my other, which is Ocean Wave. And see, now all my tabs at the top are working. That's all it was. It was just the MT4 itself was slow. Sometimes it's the MT4. Okay. All right. And now I got everything back to normal. And now I got my tabs at the top. Okay. So now you learned a little neat trick. All right, here we go. So let's go back. What pair was I on? Euro Swiss, go to the 4 hour, and there we are. Okay. Very nice, easy money trade. That was a very easy one. Okay, I'm gonna put the mark right there and look at where the arrow is. Y'all see that? Very nice, easy drop. Easy to spot, okay? But a lot of these happened because of news last week. So in this situation, somebody said you can also right-click the toolbar and click customize and reset. Oh, okay, thanks, Rob. Rob is always good at that stuff. Thanks, Rob, for that, okay? So you notice that this week it was different. Okay, different. There was more of them because of news. So therefore, because of that news event, see, this shot up, the G pairs, I'm sorry, the USD pairs. Okay, and I'm just clicking through the different opportunities that happened early this week. I saw that one. Let's drop to the 15-minute, and there was the arrow right there. So there was a lot of 415ers that typically you won't see until midweek reversal. But we had exceptions to the rule. Look at this one. This was a very nice one. Oh my God. This was not a 415er. It wasn't all the way at the top, but you can clearly see it was going to be a reversal. If you have the trading system, it was the top of the zones, daily dot. If you have it from the signals group, resistance, everything was right there, dropped to the 15-minute, and there it goes. If you are a market maker type of trader looking for the M pattern, there it was, as well as a confirmation shortly afterwards, and this thing just simply dropped. Now you have a W pattern heading back up for a pullback, okay? Everything is right there. The market is speaking to you. It's speaking, okay? Let's look at this. See how far this shot up? It was unnatural, okay? Unnatural. And there goes that one. Nice little pullback. So there was plenty of reversal opportunities that carried over from last week to this week, simply because of news. And again, remember I told you guys about jumping into trades after news events too soon? Remember I told you guys that? Type of 65, if you remember, I said, this is one of the things that has always killed my account. I'm always trying to jump in right after the news event, trying to catch the high of the day. And then the thing keeps on going. And so I try to add an extra position saying, I think it's going to come back down. And it keeps on going, and it keeps on going, and it keeps on going. And sometimes it ain't going to settle until hours later or a day or two later. But this was one of the account killers, which, by the way, it was never in my Forex rules to chase the trade. And yet that's what I'm doing. Am I not lacking integrity? Again, type yes. Do any of us have a chase the trade strategy in our Forex rules? Come on, talk to me. Yes or no? Do you have a chase the trade strategy? Come on, talk to me. No, we don't. But here's the question. Do we? Yes, we do it all the time. You see how why I'm bringing up Forex integrity. Integrity. Stick to your rules. Notice this is why we keep getting our accounts blown up. Now, if I was talking to a room full of bankers and institutions, do you think they will chase trades? The answer, we all would understand and completely agree, and the answer would be what? Yes or no. Would banks and institutions be chasing trades like this? Of course not. They got millions of dollars on the line. You see how it's not just Forex strategies, it's Forex integrity that runs more about success versus non-success. That's why I said when Dr. Mausenrow was talking about success is predictable, part of the reason why is because those who stick to certain rules of success will succeed. If you know about these rules and yet you keep breaking them, because truth is you're not being honest with yourself that you're a liar. You keep saying you're going to stick to the rule, but you keep breaking it. You don't have integrity. And no wonder you're getting the results of such. You're getting the results of it. You're getting the results of your lack of integrity. And this one was always a killer of my accounts. Chasing the trades right after news events because I'm trying to catch the high, trying to get at the peak. And look what happened. It didn't finish peaking out for quite some time. So I could have easily took my time. So if I get the thirst and the urge out of my system to stop chasing trades right away after a news event, and just simply, if I am going to do something like that, at least wait 30 minutes to an hour minimum. See if this thing is finished. Because you're like, okay, I'm looking at these charts. I know it got to stop sometime soon. Well, where are you getting this information from? From data or emotions? Are you seeing what I'm saying? When it finally did slow down, number one, if you had a sexy analyst with the pre-built-in auto Fibonacci levels, you ain't got to draw them in. It's there. For those who don't have sexy analysts, shame on you. But look, it stopped at the 78.6 level. You can see that right here in the background. That's what these lines are. Let me kind of brighten this up for you guys. Let me go to my indicator list. Sexy. Okay, and let me go to my inputs. Give me 1 second. I want to show you guys this. I'm going to make my Fibonacci levels bright so y'all can see them. I'm going to use a yellow. Okay. And click OK. All right. Now you can really see the fib levels. Okay. You can see the fib levels. So, as a matter of fact, oh, let me do this. Sorry. I'm going to do it. Sorry. All right. And now let me save this template. I made a change. Anytime you make a change, go back to your template and save the template so it'll save the new changes. Yes, I want to replace it. All right, there. So now I'll leave it at this color for the sake of class. Look at what happened. Price action literally stopped at the 78.6 fib level on the 4-hour charts. It gave us the top of the trend line, which means this is a high. This created the lower high. This was a definite stoppage. You can see multiple candles that just stopped and gathered in this area. If you're in the signals group, you have your daily dot. If you have the sexy, again, not only is it top of the trend lines hitting the 78.6 Fibonacci level, but also it hit resistance multiple times and couldn't go nowhere. Where do you think it was going to go next? Buy or sell? Type. With all this evidence, buy or sell? Come on, talk to me now. It was begging you to sell this thing. Drop to the 15-minute. Look at where my line is, and you see the arrow came in almost approximately on the nose. It was begging for a sale. This is where the exceptions come in. After big news events, sometimes it may take a day or two before it to finish going where it's going. So that's why I said, let's put in our integrity rules to not ever chase a news trade ever again. If you miss the high, so what? It's better than you trying to chase it and down here because it looked like this candle is slowing down. It looked like this candle is slowing down. And then all of a sudden, boom, it hits some more and keep knocking you out. Can we make an agreement? No more chasing those? If we're going to agree on that, type of 55. I want to make sure that we're cleaning up our own behavior first before we're going to constantly keep complaining about, oh, this ain't working, that ain't working. No, part of this is you and me, because this is a bad habit of mine. But you keep getting the market slapping your face enough times, you're going to be like, you know what? Damn that. Lord, forgive me for saying it, but no, I'm good. I'm good. Y'all can have that. If I miss it, if I miss the top, I just miss the top. It's better than me blowing an account, chasing your behind. It's like somebody who don't want you. You keep chasing them in the relationship. They don't want you. Leave them alone. Let it go. Bye. Well, it hit my stop. Okay, now you're trying to hurry up and jump back in. Look, if it hit your stop, wait, because it may hit another one. Let the market settle down and cool itself off. Now, one more statement on this. And I'm gonna help you guys, including myself, with this. This has always been one of my Achilles heels as a trader, being totally honest with you guys. Again, I don't mind being honest. That's part of integrity. You can tell the truth about yourself, nothing to hide. One of the reasons why I have always chased these highs and lows is because when I was going through the training of the market makers method, they were consistently talking about you want to catch the high of the day and the low of the day. But I kept asking the whole time, when do you interpret the high of the day or the low of the day? And I never got an answer. So when these spikes started happening, I'm thinking, okay, it's heading to a high of the day. And so it put a bad habit of me of chasing highs and lows, especially during news events. Because I'm like, if I can get that thing all the way down, but there was no agreement on the charts. It was all emotion of me thinking that it's going to hit this level and hit that level. But there was no supporting documentation by my chart saying this is the high, this is the low. It is hitting exhaustion, not because I'm looking at a candle and it just looked like the top on the lower level on the 15-minute, that candle looked like it's getting tired. Really? Is that how you judge when the market is tired? It may just be taking a break. It didn't say I'm finished. I'm just taking a break before I'm going to the next one. And burst a buyer. And here I go, losing another trade. When if I would have waited, everything would have lined up and I could have easily took this trade at the high and took it to the low. Okay? Now watch this. Why does it do that? I'll explain to you to help you understand how the professionals are doing it versus us. What happens is, if a news event comes out during the London session, but the US session is not open yet, what happens is it's taking a break in its move because the other market is not open yet to have its turn to react to that news. So that's why sometimes you'll see the market just seem like it's slowing down, like it did here. It hit a high, started pulling back, and then boom. Then this candle looked like it hit the high and it pulled back and then it went up further. Boom. What happens is after a news event comes out, each market session tends to want to have its turn to react to it. So if it's coming at the end of a market session, but the other markets didn't get their turn, sometimes that's why it goes higher and higher, even long after the news event has come out. It's not the news event itself that just happened. It's the other markets who want to have their turn to react to it. And therefore, the market continues to push until you get confirmation like this here. You can clearly see, and I'm using this as an example so we can fix our behavior as retail traders. Because I know I ain't the only one who do this. So what happens is now this thing then bursts. Now my candles are purple, which means bull candles are purple, white candles are going down. So purple candles are going up, white candles going down. Look at what happened. The major thing that happened, now it stopped. Then you get a sell candle, but it hung in this area. Candle number 2, candle number 3, candle number 4, candle number 5 retested the high, and it wasn't until candle number 6 to where it just said, you know what, I ain't got nothing left. Now, this is 6 candles. Here's the question. This is a 4-hour chart. 6 candles. How much time went by? 6 times 4 is what? Do the math. Peter got it first. A whole day. 24 hours. There was 24 hours that this price action had did before it was actually time for me to go searching for the high of the day, long after the news event had taken place. So there was no need for me to jump into this trade right after the news event happened. Let's go to GU. Same thing. Look, see how it went up? And then right here, when it pulled back, this is where it trapped the sellers. You see this move right here. Boom, boom. So right here, and then we get a sell candle that closed. That's what we be looking for. Sell candle that closed. Here you go. Oh, I'm ready. And look, it went down, faked out, and then boom, shot up some more. You see this chart? This just happened on last week. This just happened. This just happened. Y'all seeing this? And then they did one more candle to retest and really take out the sellers. And then look at this drop. Now, for those who had the sexy, let's bring it down. Everything stopped. See? See how it stopped? You got confirmations, top of the trend line. If you're in the signals group, you had your daily dot. You also had your resistance level, and you also had it within this box. Now, was it a 415er? No, but it was in the sell zone. It just wasn't at the top. But it still told you enough information that if you are going to take the gamble, now would be the good time. Look at right here. Was this a good time? No, it wasn't no confirmations. It was just all candlesticks and emotions. Are you guys seeing this? Watch, I'm gonna show you again. Right here, let me mark it so you can see it. All this was candlesticks and emotions. You thinking that was the top. But was there any additional confirmation? Was it touching the trend line? No. Was it touching resistance? No. Was it touching daily dot? No. Was it in a sell zone? No. It wasn't any of that. It was just all emotions. And so you can see right here, here's the red sell zone from Simplicity. It was close, but it didn't even get in there. Here's the resistance level from the sexy analyst, which are supply and demand zones. It wasn't even in the supply and demand zone. It was all smoke and mirrors and emotions. And this is how we keep getting trapped as retail traders. We don't follow rules. We do what we want to do and then blame everybody else when it don't work out. Type amen if you know I'm telling the truth. We don't wait for confirmation. We're too anxious. And we're killing ourselves in these markets. Some Forex traders are dealing with depression because of these markets. Financial disasters happening in your home, but that you don't want to tell nobody about. Because this is one of those things you can do sneakily that nobody knows. So when you're not acting with integrity, nobody really knows it because you can lie in the dark and nobody knows, including the people who live in your home. They don't know what's going on. They just know you enter into your little secret closet and come out. And you keep saying, I'm a trader. No, you betraying yourself. And you can smile, come out and smile and hide your dirt. But secretly, you're very unhappy because you've been doing this for how long and still nothing? But now we can see I can't always blame a trading system or a strategy. He's actually right. I am sabotaging my own success because I won't follow the rules. And being your coach, I'm telling you, this is one that has always messed with me because I was brainwashed into chasing the high of the day and the low of the day, especially during news events. I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe this was the high, maybe this is the low. And so I have to rewash my brain to say, don't chase it. Be patient. Wait for confirmations outside of just candlestick patterns and what I think is the high of the day. If it ain't touching up against other things to say this is a highly resisted level and it may not go further than that, then I ain't got no business fooling with it. Let me go to EJ for an example. See, EJ stopped. I can accept this loss. Watch this. This is one where, okay, I can accept this loss. I get it. I get it. You're not going to win every trade, but at least I can accept this loss. Why? Somebody type, why could I accept this loss? The other ones, all the other ones won except for this one. So first of all, my winning percentage on actually trading the reversals still would have made me a highly big winner because out of all the ones I showed you, this is the only one that ain't. So that means I won all the other trades and only lost this one. But why am I okay with this one? Even if I lose. Okay, come on, type. I'm looking at. I'm just still reading more comments. There you go. Y'all got it. I followed the rules. It did stop up in this range, multiple candles stop, but something else is happening at the moment that's causing this thing to push higher. That's out of my control. Am I going to chase it? No, that's okay. I can afford to have lost this one because guess what? I have won how many others? Let's go through it. AUD dropped. This one dropped. Look at all these that did drop. I told y'all about this one. Dropped, stayed down. ACAD, see, look at that. See, boom, 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 stayed in this area. It dropped. Look at how many others followed it. Look at this, drop. See, so many of the other ones won. So it's okay. It's okay. I can afford to lose one of these trades. Why? Because my winning percentage just increased by me following the rules. And what did we say? We always know eventually you're going to lose a trade. But how many of the other ones actually won? See, this one, touch, 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 dropped. Look at GU. All these was USD news. Look at this, dropped. NZD, USD. Look at that, major drop. So if I find one and I followed the rules and I just lost that one trade, am I really tripping? Does it really make that big of a difference now? Yes or no? Come on, talk to me now. This is real. So was it more about the pair that I lost the trade on, or was it more about me sticking to the rules? If you guys get nothing else out of class today, please hear me good. This is what talk you're going to have with yourself, just like I do all the time. P, are you going to stick to the rules or you're not? Don't sit there worrying about anything else. Did you stick to the rules? Because every once in a while, there's going to be a news event or something that's going to come out that's going to push price higher. Nothing you can do. But see, and watch this. Look at all these JPY pairs. See, look, big candle on that one. EJ, big candle on that one. JPY, big candle on that one, which I closed my trade. Y'all will see this one on the Ocean Wave, and I'll get to that right now. And you'll see it in my video tomorrow. Swiss JPY. See? And I could have stayed in that longer. It would have hit my target. But I closed it out a little bit early, right before class, because I couldn't watch it. But look at that. Ocean Wave called it like nobody's business. So yes, that was an easy winner with Ocean Wave. Okay. Let's look at this one. That one didn't do much. Okay. That one went up. Okay. I'm just going through all the JPY pairs. See, that had not a big one, but it did have a buy candle there. USD JPY. And you can see it pushed up higher there. So here's the point. Obviously, that tells us what? Thank you, Peter. Peter said he loving the Ocean Wave. Yeah, I love it too. I love it. Just dumb simple. Okay. Especially when y'all watch the video that's coming out tomorrow. You'll see, stick to the dumb simple, almost guaranteed to give you winner trades. And I'll cover that in the video tomorrow. Okay. But as far as this, with the sexy analyst, sexy simple, do you guys see my point? Yes, it's something that happened with this one loss, but truth be told, it wasn't because of the actual setup. Obviously, what's going on? Okay, what's going on? As we speak, what's going on? Why did this one actually lose? Reg, you got it first. News. And how do I know? Because look at the first thing that I do when I'm losing a trade. I don't just stop and get emotional. I check the other pairs that has the same similar currency. And if they all are jumping up, then I know I did nothing wrong. It wasn't that I broke the rules. It was just that a news event came out and that particular pair had lost because of a news event, which is completely out of my control. And I can feel good about myself because guess what? As long as I am following rules and getting multiple confirmations before I take a reversal trade, then guess what? I'm straight. Same thing with the Ocean Wave. The more confirmations, okay, stick to the rules. So do you guys see as a group how coming the rest of this week and next week into next week's class, this is going to be our homework. Stick to the freaking rules. And for those of you guys who keep on buying trading systems without even looking at the tutorials, shame on you. Go back and look at the lessons. Look at the course material so you fully understand what you actually bought. Stop going straight to the download center and downloading and putting it on your charts before you even went through any of the tutorials. And then you wonder why your winning percentage is so freaking low. It's because you didn't take the time to even look at what you purchased. You didn't even take the time to look. It looks simple enough. Yeah, but it has rules. What are the rules? I don't know. It just looks simple enough. Okay, then that's the problem. Trend period for my simplicity. Let me go ahead and take a look at that. I use since I'm using it with the sexy, I use a very low number. And I haven't looked at that in a while. I think it's yeah, I'll use a trend period of 1. I use a 1 or 2. You can even use a 5 because it's not just the arrow. It's now I have all these other confirmations from sexy analysts combined. So therefore it helps me to get in at a very, very early good entry because I have other tools from sexy analysts that helps me to confirm my entry. So yes, I use a 1 on mine. Now, if the simplicity is all you're going to use, then you want to use a higher filter, okay? Much higher filter to filter out the noise of the market. But if you are combining it with the sexy analyst, like I've been doing for forever, you want to go ahead and use a lower one. You don't need as much filtering from the simplicity system because you got sexy analysts doing most of the carrying of the weight of confirming arrows. So I don't need the weight of that to be put on the simplicity system no more. Okay. All right. Now, at this point, yeah, this was some nice trades. I cashed in pretty good. Let me take a look at this one. Oh, good. I gotta hurry up and close class because hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me do something. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing. Give me a second. I gotta close out my money on that one. Yep. Got it. Bing. All right, cool. All right, now let me share back. Hold on, wait. Let me see one more thing. Let me check this. Give me 1 second. This is on my. Oh yeah, I can hold that one for a while. Okay, cool. All right. All right, now let's go back to sharing my screen. Sorry, y'all. I had to take care of business on my other trade account. All right, cool. Now we're back. We're back. All right, cool. All righty. So here's what happened. I see that this one, I'm in this trade right here, CAD Swiss. Okay. And this is one I told you guys I was on the 15-minute. You'll see it in tomorrow's video, by the way, because I recorded these before I started class. So this one, I'm seeing that it's sitting at a triple bottom right here. 1, 2, 3. So I do, and it's far away. And let me stretch this so y'all can see it better. Ocean wave, just absolute a beast. Easy money. Just begging you, please come and get this winner. So if I draw just a simple trend line, you can see it hit support. So that tells me, and look how far away it is from the main wave. Okay, it's quite a distance from the main wave. Therefore, I said, let me just take my money, and then chances are it may pull back up closer to the main wave. And on the pullback, I might get back in later on. But now that I'm seeing it's hitting a double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is candle number 6, hitting on this simple support level right here. Let me go ahead and take my profit and then wait for it to go back up, and I'm good. However, why did I take this trade? And I'll end with this one, and then we'll do Q&A. And if no questions, then I'll end class because I got to head out today. And today is my daughter's birthday. All right. You can see that this is an easy trade with the ocean wave, begging you to take it and win. Here's the arrow. MACD is below. And most of these arrows, and look at the key ones. What did the higher time frames tell you it was doing? Which direction? I never tell people how much I make on trades. Nope. I would like to, but no, my wife told me don't stop doing that stuff. I'll tell you momentarily why. Okay. Yeah, you can see that everything was telling you this was heading down, especially the higher time frames. It was in agreement. So I'm just going with the flow of the higher time frames. Higher time frame says we want to go down. Lower time frame, 15 minutes says you want to go down. So I just took it and wrote it down. Okay. That was a good question though. But let me tell you guys why. Here's the reason why. For those who've been with me for many years, you were actually in one of my classes, because I've been doing these classes for years. Okay. But it was primarily just for people who purchased the Simplicity system. It wasn't open to the public. But years ago, in a class just like this, we had a person who came in, same thing, that came in, acted a fool in class, threatened me in class that if I didn't pay them X amount of dollars, that they were going to sabotage my company and do this and that, and the other. And so a lot of you guys who read reviews, this is why you shouldn't depend on reviews, okay? Because people will threaten you and tear your company apart just because you didn't do what they wanted you to do. And so this person, he was actually a criminal. And this is why I said, I do have resources where I can tap into the FBI. I do have a contact person there at the FBI who teaches and trains FBI agents and police officers. So he has access to everything and everybody. And come to find out, this person had just got out of jail in the same time that I received the report about this person. They had just came from court on another situation. So basically they was trying to embezzle my company. They was threatening, hey, if you don't pay me X amount of thousands of dollars, then I'm going to go ahead and tear your company apart. And so a lot of times this is where a lot of the reviews came from. It wasn't even from legitimate people. Okay. And so and it was too close to home where we were staying at the time, because it come to find out it was somebody who stayed in the same state as us and actually only a city or two over from where we lived. So that really shook up Nancy. And so from there, she said, no, you be quiet about what you got going on. Run your business, but shut your mouth about personal stuff. So that's why I never, ever, ever again started mentioning about how much profit I make on an account and this and that. That's why you barely ever see me doing that. Okay. Number two, don't worry about how much lot sizes and this and that. That's all irrelevant, because again, I'm trading prop firm accounts. So again, you know, if you're trading a high prop firm account, yeah, your lot size could be this or that. If you're trading your personal account, the lot size could be this and that. So I never make it about the lot size. I'm more about the routine. Y'all get that? So Urban, I see your question, but do you see my answer? We don't even worry about that. It doesn't matter, because if I'm trading $1 million prop firm account, really don't matter. If you're trading a $100,000 account, really don't matter, because the lot size is always going to be different. So I don't want to emphasize a lot size, because then it gives the impression that, hey, maybe I should bump it up to this lot size to make this amount of money. And that's not true. You have to work within the parameters of the size of your account. And this is another reason why in the retail community, we end up over leveraging, because we keep chasing the lot sizes that somebody else is having, but they may be trading a different balance in their account than what I might be trading. And that was always another one of my bad habits, always trying to chase the lot size of somebody else. But truth is, their account size was much bigger than mine. So they could afford a 1% risk to them on that size of account could be a 50% risk to me on this account. And because they kept showing me how much they were making, and I kept staring exactly at their lot size, I kept trying to duplicate it too fast, not keeping in the law of stick to 1, 2, 3% of a lot risk per trade, no more than that. So in case the trade, yeah, you got me good. And I appreciate your question, brother. Nothing against it, but this was always another one of the things that used to mess me up, which is why I'm discouraging you guys from doing certain things. It's not that I don't want to answer you, but I'm really giving you an honest answer so that you don't sabotage your success, because it will happen. Trust me. I promise you it will. That was one of those that messed me up all the time, because I was looking at somebody else and I'm like, dang. And they show these videos where they're making thousands of dollars and they're using these lot sizes, but it subconsciously to me, I'm saying, okay, well, I'm gonna start using bigger lot sizes to hurry up and get there. And the truth is, that's bad for business, because one of these right here, you could have won 10 trades in a row, and you take one of these trades that didn't work out, but you were over leveraged on that one, and all the work that you did when you were actually sticking to the rules. And this one time you decide to break the rules because you want to go bigger, and one of these happened. If that ever happened to any of you guys, type a 95 in the box. Happened to me all the time. All the time. It's kind of like this moment I decide to break the rules, it's like the market knows it, and that's the one trade that goes against me. It's as if they know me. I know it's a $1 trillion market, but it feels like they personally know me. All these other ones was working fine. As soon as I over leverage on this one trade, well, couldn't y'all just be merciful for this one trade? Nope. That one trade, and it seemed like that one trade is the one that took everything away. All that work, all that discipline, and in one trade, it was all gone. Because I saw one too many videos where I was looking at, it was hard for me to even pay attention to what they were saying as far as a strategy, because I kept keeping my eyes on how much money did they make? Oh my God. And subconsciously, my greed kicked in on the next trade, and that was the one that lost. So that's the reason why on almost all of my videos that you guys see, you hardly ever see me showing what lot size, how much money I made on the trade and this and that. You typically on almost all of my YouTube videos. There's rare cases I will do it just to appease some people. But outside of that, look at all my YouTube videos. You hardly ever will see me showing the balance of the trades. How much was made, how much lot size, I blanked that out. I never added, including the one you're going to see tomorrow. Why is that? Because I don't want you focused on that as a distraction. I want you focused on my routine. Yeah, I see what I'm saying. I have a strategy for everything I'm doing. It's not that I'm trying to withhold. I'm just helping you not to make the same mistakes I made. That was always a downfall for me, which is why I unsubscribed to so many of those channels. It made me so angry because it felt like God must not like me. Every time I'm taking a trade, it seems like the very trade I take, it's going against me. My account is gone. Well, because I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm breaking another rule. They have a much larger account. So yeah, they can put 100 standards on that trade. So now I'm aspiring trying to put 100 standards on an account that don't even have that kind of balance, which means if this trade loses, the whole account is gone. Trying to be like somebody else. Because I'm so focused on how much they made. What was their lot size? And this, no, I just need to focus on the routine. And I'll get there once I build my account up. Then when I hit to that level, I'll be just like them. But it's going to take time. So thank you for that question. That's actually a legitimate thing. I'm glad you brought it up because that's another one of those things that catapults us to success, or it can crater us to failure. And for those of us of retail traders, I'm glad you brought that point up because that's actually one of the biggest points of why we fail. Staring at somebody's financials. If I'm not the only one, type 150 in the box. I just want to make sure I'm not the only one who got messed up like that. Just want to make sure I'm not the only one. I had a conversation with my son the other day, and I'm so proud. You guys get these skills and then pour it into your kids. I'm so proud of my son. I just really have to stop and say this. We were having a conversation the other day about this same topic. And with him, he can flip an account over and over and over again, but it just be little, he'll put 20 bucks in and then flip it, and it's just flip. You know what I mean? And it's just, and he's giddy and do a withdrawal. Flip that account 4 or 5 times, then make a quick withdrawal. Okay. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Just flip, and then make a withdrawal. Small accounts, start with 20 bucks. So if he loses a trade, he's like, man, I ain't tripping. He'll just only use this. See, his mindset is, I'm going to stick to just a little small amount lot size. If it hurt, if it loses, just nonchalant. It's not life or death. So he sticks to rules better than I do. And I taught him how to trade. Y'all see what I'm saying? Stick to rules. Okay. All right. Now, because I got to get to an appointment. If you guys have a question, please raise your hand. I'll be more than happy to answer any question. If you have a question, go ahead and raise your hand. All right, Liz, I got you. Let me go ahead and unmute you. Go ahead and unmute, sis.
Good morning, Uncle Pete.
Good morning. What's happening?
And Super Easy family. Good morning.
What's happening?
I had two quick questions.
Okay.
The first one is, in the signals group, do you call signals? Because I see Mr. Elvis's signals, but I don't see any from you.
Yeah, here's the reason why. Because he sends out plenty enough, and I don't want to overload people's portfolio. One of the things he's encouraging people is when he sends out signals, which you'll see he has a lot of open signals as we speak. but he's teaching the concept of opening multiple accounts so that you're not having all these signals piled on one account at one time. You have it spread over a number of accounts, because some trades are going to win faster, or they're going to move faster in the profit, or whatever they're going to do faster than the others. So his concept is there's plenty of opportunities that he sees using his trading style, and it can all happen at one time. But he don't want us putting all those trades on one account at the same time. So he says put them over the span of multiple accounts. So, you put 2 or 3 on trades on this account, 2 or 3 trades on that one, so that you get what I'm saying, that all balances out over time, but not at the same time. So because he's sending out so many signals, it was agreed it's not best for me to keep adding more, because I can add in another 10 myself a week, but that's way too many signals at one time on a portfolio.
Okay, yeah, because with your signals, and we have the ocean wave.
Yep.
And the other systems, it would be very nice to see one line up, as you call it.
But see, with the ocean wave, it's so simple. That's why, it's really a waste of time for me to. For those who have the ocean wave, you shouldn't even need a signal from me, because I'm not going to send a signal different from what you could have saw yourself. You know what I mean? For an example, let's go to this one. This is one I did. Okay. If you got the ocean wave, why do I need to send a signal when you got all the information right here? You could have took that yourself. You see what I'm saying? That was a no-brainer. Look at this one. Look at this. What did you need from me?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I don't do it, because again, if you have the ocean wave, you're not going to see anything different from what I'm seeing. There's nothing special about it anyway. I mean, it's just, hey, the arrow came up, MACD was in agreement. Look at all these green bars. Okay, take the money. If it wins, wins. If it don't, it don't. But that is a signal. And then you're getting the alert from the scanner. So realistically, with my particular trading style, there's really nothing I can contribute new that you guys won't be able to see if you had the ocean wave yourself. But with his trading style, the way he factors and calculates and does things, his thing is totally different. He showed me how he does it too, and I still don't get it, but it works for him. So yeah, that would make sense that people would need a signal from him. But for me, you don't need it if you have the ocean wave or the sexy symbol, because I'm only going to do signals from either one of these two, and that's it.
Okay, and that's understood. But I was watching a YouTube video, and you said you called signals, and I said I didn't see any.
I still will plan on some in the near future, but not when I see that he's already sent out way too many. Like, check how many sent out this week. I think there was hold on, let me see. Let me pull this up, and I'll tell you for an example. So he has 8 signals out as we speak. One of them he closed early, so that still means there's 7 signals wide open waiting for them to go into profit or to do what they do. 7 of them as we speak, and this is just Wednesday. So for me to keep stacking on to that, that's excessive. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. And the last question I had was on the exact chart that you're on right now, where it says spread and time frame.
Yes.
Is there any way to adjust those? Because on my chart, it's kind of close together, and I'm trying to see if I can expand it a little bit more.
No, sometimes you got to play with your the view or something from your side, because again, when we build these indicators, we build them only one way, only one size, only one font, so that it's very consistent across the board. But every once in a while, depending on which broker you use, it could come out something different. Like somebody was insisting that it was something we did wrong. It's like, we got hundreds of people who have this system, and you're the only person who's having XYZ issue. And so we told them what to do, but they kept getting pissed at us until they actually took our advice. And guess what happened? They went into their fonts on their computer, readjusted it, and they came back and said, oh, it's working fine now. I said, oh, I told you that. It's not that we only build them one way, because there's so many hundreds of brokers out there, we can't customize the view of it. So the arrows and how it's designed like this, I only adjust it by simply moving the MT4 screen itself. But I can't play around with the candle size or this and that, because that's pre-built into the platforms. And so when we're building these things, it has to be neutral. Okay, it has to be neutral. You get what I'm saying? Because it has to work on all these different brokers' platforms one way. Now, if there's any variations, it's not due to our individual indicators. It's something that has to do with either the person's computer or their broker's platform, which means we are completely out of control of that. Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Uncle P.
You're welcome, sis. Great questions as usual. Okay. All right. Let's go to Reg. Thank you for that question. Great question. All right. Let's go to Reg.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, and you?
Good. What's happening?
Good to be back.
Yeah.
Took a little break to, get my head together. And, because of that break, it's just, I just did a lot of thinking, and I always said that the market's going to be here when I come back.
Yep. And they are.
But yeah, last week I just stayed out the market just because of the news events, and my gut was saying don't trade just because of the news events. Is that a good idea or?
Let me see. Let me ask you this: are you regretting it?
No.
Okay, then you got your answer. Watch this. If you didn't trade all last week and then you decide to look at the charts this week, which is Wednesday, okay, outside of that, or let's just say you started on Sunday or Monday, you decide to, because one of the steps before you take any ocean wave trade, what do? We always look, check the other side to see if there's any 415 setups in case we're getting into a trade that was prepared to do a reversal. We don't want to get caught in that no matter what. So we always check for 415ers, okay? So look at how many opportunities happened this week. Look at that. Mm-hmm. So that means if you took off last week and you caught all of these different trades this week, and this is just reversals. Look at that. Look at how many opportunities you had where you could have cashed in. I'm just zipping through some, but just a few. But look at these, all of these. So did you really miss anything, or was it smart to have just waited?
I would have just waited.
And then you could have came in and cashed out all of these, because all that noise from the market news events, just wait till it's all said and done, come back and look. If you had the ocean wave system, but you did the rules, which is double check for 415 setups first, look at how many of these things were reversals. And you could have just made the list and said, you know what, which is what I did at the beginning of the week. I said, you know what, there's so many 415 reversals, I'm not even going to take no ocean waves. It's too many of these. And that's what I actually did. That's why you didn't see me post an ocean wave video trades in the beginning of the week. Why? Because I didn't take any. It was too many of these. I said, oh my goodness.
That's
and leftovers from what? The reactions of last week's news.
All right. Yeah, that leads me to my second question. Hold on a second. Can we look at GU, please?
Yeah.
Yes. So, okay, let me see.
So for this one, and let me just break this down for those who have the sexy simple. No, it wasn't a fully 415er because it wasn't at the top of the zone, but it didn't mean that you couldn't take a reversal trade. Why? What do we have? We have price action stopping at the 50% retracement level. If you're in the signals group, it stopped at the daily dot. It stopped at the top of the trend line. It also stopped at resistance. And then you drop down to the 15-minute, and there was the arrow. And for the market makers method people looking for the M or the double top, did we not have that? So here's confirmation number one, confirmation number two, retracement 50%, confirmation number three, supply and demand zone, it entered into that. 4, daily dot. 5, resistance level. 6, top of the trend line. 7. You had 7 confirmations to say, go ahead and take that money.
Yep.
The only thing we didn't have is at the top of the zone on the simplicity. But 7 other confirmations, 7, Reg, 7. Come on now.
And one more thing, what about EJ? Can you go back to EJ again? Yeah, I was about to go into that one right there, but I said, let me just wait for an arrow, and apparently it didn't show up.
And that's why. Look at this. Ocean Wave called it. Ocean Wave called it. See? Ocean Wave. It called it. Look at this. Full green bars. Okay. But truth is, right here, even without it, normally this would have been a winning trade. But because of this candle here, the first thing, what do? What is our routine? The first thing we do? Check other pairs that has similar currencies.
Okay.
So I'm not just going to go by, oh, freaking heck, man. You know, see, here I go. I followed the rules. See, Uncle P, I followed the rules and I still lost. You're going to lose some trades every once in a while. Relax. But the first thing I do is to see, is there any mistakes I made on my part? How do I verify that? I don't just go with Euro JPY. I'm going to go to the other JPY pairs. And see, this one didn't have as big of a candle, but it had a candle going up. CAD JPY. Swiss JPY. See, look at the Swiss JPY. CAD JPY. Okay, it did jump up. Now it's pulling back. NZD JPY. See, it went up, but now it's pulling back. But the point is, all of these did go up. So that tells me what? There was some kind of news event that caused it to happen. So it wasn't a mistake on my part. So I can let that go in 2004. Okay. So no, it wasn't that I just simply lost because I broke the rules. It's just every once in a while, price action pushes through because we're trading world currencies. And obviously something came out. Now, that's on the JPY side. The next thing I would check is the euro. Maybe some news came out on the euro. And oh, look at here. You see the big candle on this euro? Euro AUD? Okay.
Yep.
Buy candle, Euro USD. Let's look at EJ. Okay. Small candle. Euro JPY, I'm sorry, Euro Swiss, and Euro NZD. And all of them have what in common?
That same long candle, so it must be.
So what does that mean? If it wasn't for JPY news, then obviously it may have been a Euro news. Either way it goes, I checked both sides of this currency pair to see which one was having a reaction to news. Okay. And therefore, there was nothing I could have done. I followed the rules. I only lost because some news came out. And it seems more that it was a Euro event than it was a JPY. But in this situation, it looks like it was both. Something happened on the JPY, but something also happened on the Euro. Either way it goes, it was a news event that happened that caused price action to push beyond its normal boundaries. So this is an acceptable loss because I did follow the rules and everything was fine. So out of all the pairs I showed you guys that you could have took this week for reversals, this would have been the only loss you had. So yes, I can live with that.
All right, man. Thanks. Appreciate you.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Type of 25 if that made sense to you guys. I check both sides of each currency pair. If I lose a trade, I instantly go check both sides of it to see, is this the only one that lost? Because if it is, then I need to recheck my strategy. But if other pairs of similar currency all did the same reaction at the same time, then that means I'm completely free of responsibility. It was just one of those freak situations where news came out and price action happened. And you can see the big candle is leaping here for the euro. Let's double check the other euros. So I'm going to check the euro JPY. Let's check the euro. Here's a candle here. All right, that's trying to creep. Euro Euro Swiss bouncing up. Okay, I see that. And I just go through each one. Big candle on this one. Euro CAD. Big candle on that one. Okay. EJ. Big candle on that. Okay, something must have came out on the euro, and I have to live with it. Look at this big candle. Something came out on that one. All at the same exact time. So that means, okay, it was either something on the euro or something on the JPY. Either way it goes, I can accept this loss. I can chew it because guess what? It was just the markets. I just slap it up to them. Hey, it was just the markets. Nothing I can do about that one. On to the next trade. But you still feel good because, look, you won at least 5 or 6 other trades that had similar setup because you followed the rules. Okay. All right. Let me get to Jason. Jason, go ahead and unmute.
How you doing, Uncle P?
All right, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Good.
So just 2 quick questions. So I on Sunday I took AJ and I took a buy on that, and then it was all everything kind of lined up as you've taught us to do, and then it changed and went the other way. But I just wondering if you could look over that and then show me where I went wrong and exactly where I should have got at, because at one point I only took like a small 2-point lot size and it was like $30, but I left it running and then it changed, but I wasn't sure where I went wrong. If you could look at that one, please.
Yes, give me a second. I'm hearing you, and I was doing 2 things at once. We're going to look at AJ. I have an appointment in a little while, so I had to get the address. They forgot to send me the address. So we're going to look at AJ. Okay, and so right here, which way were you taking? Which system were you using? The Ocean, or you using this one?
I was using the Ocean.
Okay, so let's go to the Ocean. All right, and let's start basically at the 30. So you were asking, this was in the uptrend.
Yeah, everything was in the uptrend. All the arrows was up. The MACD was up, and I took it, and then kind of like for the kind of on Monday, was it Monday? Yeah, Monday it was all still running up, and then on Tuesday it turned. But I should have jumped out sooner, but I just didn't realize what I missed or why I didn't. I just wanted to see if you could just kind of show me where it turned and where.
Well, let's take a look. This is Wednesday. This is Tuesday. This is Monday. What time frame did you enter on?
The 15.
15. Let's go to the 15. Okay. All right. So this is Wednesday. This is Tuesday. This is Monday. Okay. I don't see a fresh arrow, first of all.
Okay.
See, these arrows do not repaint. That's why they're highly dependable. When they come in, they come in. You can back test all you want, but the truth is these do not budge. They don't repaint. So right here, this is Wednesday. This is Tuesday, which is yesterday, and this is Monday. I don't see an arrow on the 15th to get in.
Oh, so there was no arrow telling me to get in. It didn't matter that all the other Ocean and the MACD.
None of this matters unless.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because now let me show you from a better perspective why that was a problem. Okay. Right here, there's an issue, which I went over in the tutorials, but I'm glad you're bringing up this question so we can actually reinforce it. What do we see as the problem here? And I'm expanding, normally I'll tell you keep it tight and right. But
it's too far from the wave.
You see, that's a person who did do tutorials. It's way too far away from the wave. And when I see that, I'm concerned. Now watch what's currently happening. It was way too far away from the wave. Plus news came out. Watch this. Plus news came out. What news came out on this AUD pair?
I don't know. I did know. I don't remember now.
Okay. AUD interest rate news. Make sure you guys are watching my Sunday videos because I go over news events in advance so you guys are not shocked. So watch this. Here's Wednesday. Here's Tuesday. Here's Monday. So you got it at the peak. And then when Tuesday's news event came out, it went up and immediately dropped. Where did it drop back to?
Back to the wave.
And where is it going now?
Back up. Okay, thank you.
We just have to wait. Yeah, but you see it was too far away from the main wave. It pulled all the way back, retested the main wave, and now look at what it's doing.
Okay. That's what it was. There was no arrow, but I was like, I'm trying to follow it, but I can't believe. So my account wasn't. I didn't take a big loss, so it wasn't a big loss, but it was just the one I wanted to ask you about. The other thing is, it's not necessarily about trading. In one of the tutorials, you talked about there was a cleanser that you took to help with your health. I wanted to find out the name of that cleanser if I could send somebody an email because I'm trying to flush out my system.
Okay. Now, if you're trying to clear out your colon and just a full cleanse, sorry, you guys, separate question. I don't mind helping people with anything and everything. Hold on one second. Give me a second. Now, a while back, I told you guys about the beetroot stuff that I was taking, which really, really just opened up everything. But let me go and show you this. We call it Dr. Tobias because that's the Dr. Tobias colon cleanse. All right, so let me give you a picture of this so you guys can see. All right, and let me capture this real quick. He has a full line of products on Amazon. Give me 1 second. Which, by the way, I'm doing something new. I'm glad you're actually talking about it because I'm doing something new and depends on the results. If I do get the results I'm looking for, I'm actually going to tell y'all about it. I'm working on something else behind the scenes on the personal level. You see this? Can you see it on screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is one that you want to take. It says take 2 a day. Trust me, you only want one.
Okay, don't take the bias. I'm going to get that. Thank you. Because it's all good making money, but you got to take care of your health too.
Absolutely.
So when you mentioned it, I was like, oh, because I've been wanting to do it, but I needed something that somebody I trust that could recommend a product to me. So I thought I'll ask one day.
Very, very long time. So especially if you eat, whatever you eat and this and that. So this will help to flush it all out. Trust me. And just drink plenty of water. Just drink plenty of water. Okay. But Dr. Tobias, it's okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. And the other one I was telling you guys about was that beetroot pre-workout, but it's a powder, but it's made out of beetroot. Now I told you guys about that, all natural. Okay. All right, good stuff. Enjoyed it. All right, let's get to the next hand. All right. And that was Jason. All right, so let me lower his hand. All right, and next, P, go right ahead. Unmute.
Well, hello. How you
Hey,
doing?
what's happening?
Nothing much. I got a question for you.
Okay.
So my question for you is, did you ever, how would you say, basically my first question is, what is your favorite pair?
I've said that over and over and over again. I don't have favorite pairs. Some people do, and that's totally fine. They can have their favorite pair. But for me, I don't. I have favorite patterns, not favorite pairs. But if I was to say, as far as with the Ocean Wave, my favorite pair would be the Swiss. Now, years ago, all this time with the Simplicity system, I have always said, and I still maintain it, that the Swiss, or the CHF, what people call this Chief, or you know, the whatever they call it.
Yeah.
It's actually the Swiss, okay? That's a Swiss currency, okay? Or the Chief, Kansas City Chief, whatever you want to call it, okay? The CHF pair was never my favorite pair when it came to trading with reversals. And I want to be very clear to everybody. If you're trading supply and demand zones, support and resistance levels, trend line bounces, all of those different things are reversal strategies. So for me personally, the Swiss was never my favorite pair. That was the least one I ever wanted to trade, because it always went, and how you do that is you start documenting your trades, being consistent, document your trades, and you begin to see not only, you know, how many losses and wins, but you begin to notice which pairs do I typically lose on. And you begin to reduce the number of times you're going to take trades on those, because guess what? If the highest number of losses I've had was on the Swiss, then that's the reason why it was always my non-favorite pair compared to all the rest, until we created the Swiss. Until we created the Ocean Wave. The Ocean Wave changed everything for me and converted my hate for it. Let me go to it. It converted my hate for it into my love for it, which, by the way, I'm actually in this trade. And you can see I'm in profit, okay? This is one of my all-time love pairs. Why? Why do you think so with the Ocean Wave? Take a look at this screen. What do you think? Look at that trade right here.
Looks smooth. Looks like
it's
dependable.
That's the key word. It is dependable. Okay, so I can depend on what it's displaying to me. Look at how long it goes in a run. So if you're a person who was constantly trying to trade it as a reversal, with this trading system, you can see why it would be an absolute account killer if you're a reversal trader. Why? Because it needs to stay in its trend a very long time.
Not too much volatility.
Not too much volatility, very dependable. So it is my absolute, unequivocally best trading pair when it comes to the Ocean Wave. When it comes to any of the other systems, such as the Triple Arrow, the Sexy Analyst, or the Simplicity system, which are all reverse primary, you can use those to trend too, but most people use it as reversals. It's the absolute account killer. I would never use it on that ever again, because I started noticing, my God, and if I blew an account, it was always not just the fact that I wasn't obeying the laws of lot size and controlling my lot size, but just the general pair itself. Oh my God, it was killing my account. But look at why. When it starts going, look how long it goes slow, and then when it starts falling, it falls, and it falls for a long time. When it goes up for a while, goes up for a while, goes up for quite a long time. So everybody who thought this was the high, then it slides sideways and go up further. Then, oh, this is the high. You trade a reversal, slides over, bumps up higher. And it keeps rinsing and repeating and blowing people's accounts. So that's the reason why the Swiss, when it comes to trend trades, look at this USD Swiss, one of my all-time favorites. Look at that. Simple, smooth, easy money. Up or down. Now, it's not to say it won't have its hiccups, but overall, you can see how, look at this. Look at how smooth that was.
Right.
Look at how smooth it went down. See what I'm saying? So it's smooth. It's just smooth, like just smooth like a Cadillac, just smooth. So that would be, if you're looking for a favorite pair with the Ocean Wave, that would be it. Now, here's another pair that you might look at, which I know a lot of you guys like trading gold. Gold is one of the other ones. Look at how smooth and small the candles are. So it can take a while before it finished playing out. And so look at how many people got wiped out trying to call the highs and lows on it. But with the Ocean, it called it, and you could have stayed in that thing for quite some time. Now look at this setup. Look at the half and half. See? Which, by the way, I'm missing this trade. I'm hoping they pull back because I did miss this one. See? Now dipping here. Let me make this bigger so y'all can see it. See? So on the downward, bam. See, it's hit the double bottom. See this? It's respecting. Here's a level. Here's a level. Here, here, here. So, and it's too far away from the main wave. So I'm not willing to get into it now. I'm hoping that it'll do a pullback closer to the wave. And if it does, you darn sure know I'm gonna ride this thing into the sunset. And the good news is I can go ahead and place this trade and leave it for a while because the candles are small and it moves very slow and rhythmic. So if I put my stop above the first or second wave up here, what's the likelihood, looking at it from the Ocean Wave perspective, what's the likelihood that my stop would get hit if I have it up here based on the candle patterns of small candles? What's the likelihood?
Very unlikely.
Very unlikely. So this is a safety pair for me. So I like trading safety pairs where I don't have to sit there and stare at the charts and it just glides into profit over time. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. Problem is it slides into it slowly.
Right.
It requires me to be comfortable with the fact that I might not be able to take trades every day. But at the end of the week, I will be extremely happy because I know I'm sliding into profit. Because these are slow, safe candles and pairs to trade. I don't have to panic and piss. You can go to work, you can go on vacation, you can do whatever you want to do. And these things are highly dependable. So that's one of the transitions I also had to make in my head from being this scalper, then moving to day trader, and then moving into swing trading mindset. Swing trading means, hey, this thing may hold up for a couple of days before it actually plays out. Are you cool with that? And I have to transition my thoughts to say, I'll just have to be patient and wait for it to do what it do.
Right.
All right.
My last question is this, and this goes back to when you was talking about losing. How is your mindset when you take a loss? Because you did bring it up, but a lot of times your emotions get into it regardless of you controlling it or not. So how do you handle that?
With a problem. Nobody likes to lose. Hell, tell the truth. Nobody, Lord forgive me, nobody likes to lose a trade. But the more consistent I am with everything else, my results are more consistent as far as winners. So then when a loss comes up, to mitigate, and that's the key word, mitigate, okay? Mitigating risk, we talk about that in business, mitigate your risk, or in other words, minimize your risk. So to minimize my risk, number one, control the lot size that I'm putting on it to make sure it's within the parameters of what I'm supposed to be putting on a trade. Even if it looks like the perfect trade, it doesn't matter. I have been saying for God knows how long, never trust a trade 100%. I have been saying that for years to everyone. And this is a fine example. Never trust a trade 100%. I don't trust you not one bit, not one. So therefore, I can never over leverage on any trade. If I've got any good sense in this business, I should never over leverage on the trade. Why? Because I cannot trust you 100%. And this is a prime example. Everything was looking good, but drop down to the 15-minute. Do we have an arrow? No, we don't. And therefore, guess what? This thing went up further. Bottom line is, if I was just trading because I'm seeing this just, oh, this is all stacked up here, and then look what happened. It broke through. But if I was over leveraged on this one trade, but obeyed the law on all the others, this one trade would have wiped out everything. So to be honest with you, a loss never feels good, but to mitigate how I feel about it, this is why I'm constantly showing you guys my instant step that I do to calm down. All right, I took a loss. Was it my fault or was it just the markets? And so I instantly start going, what is the two pairs that's involved in this trade? The euro and the what? JPY. Are you with me? So now I'm going to go through all of the euros first and say, okay, any of y'all jumped up? And I'm clicking, I see that one jumped, okay. And then this one jumped or big, okay. So I'm more feeling comfortable knowing, oh, it was just something that happened. Look at this. See how it jumped up big? See? All these jumped up big, so that just meant, okay, it was some news in the euro. And now I can just move on and let that thing go. I'm still not happy that I took the loss, but I can let it go easily because I know I still followed the rules and it was nothing I did wrong. It was just some news events where I cannot control. It is what it is. Outside of that, all the other trades would have won. So I'm still up ahead. So I can feel good about that. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, so you can easily let it go by doing that one strategy to release the stress and emotions of thinking, oh, I must have did something wrong. Oh, this trading system didn't work. Oh, this trading strategy. I used to do that too, whining and complaining. Oh, see, they just sold me some crap, man. No. Don't forget what business we're in. We're trading countries' economies. And at any given time, that country can come out with a scheduled or unscheduled announcement, and it can make that market shake and bake. So let me just double check the market itself to see if it was a global thing on those pairs or whether it wasn't. And most of the time, you're going to find it was just something that happened on that pair. Okay?
Yeah, I get you. I appreciate it. Bye.
All right, cool. If that was helpful, type a 60 in the box, you guys. Make sure if you're trying to mitigate it from being a personal thing to keep your emotions out. No loss feels good to anybody. Even wealthy, successful traders hate losses, but they know how to mitigate it to get it out of their system to let them know it ain't personal. It was just a reminder of what kind of business we're in. Okay. All right. Let's get to the next one. 2 hands, and I got to go. I'm running out of time. Sheriff, go ahead and unmute.
Hey, how you doing, Uncle P? Appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do for us.
Yeah, thank you for joining.
Yeah. This is more of a support issue because I reached out to the support tab on your website because I don't know if you've been hearing about Hugo's Way, which is the broker that I use, where they did a update of the whole platform. So the account number that I initially sent to you all, they basically forced everybody to create a new account.
Yeah,
so
I said, we've been helping me and Donna. We've been helping people for ever since they first did it. So any email that you sent, because I'm looking through the emails that I look at all the time, and I don't see an email from you. And Donna, she's been handling we've been handling this from the beginning. So yeah, we knew about it from day one. Actually, we knew about it before it happened, and so we were already prepared and helped tons of people. So if your email got lost, I do apologize for that. Just resend it today, and one of us will get to it and get you squared away. So it's not a big deal.
Okay, I went on your website to do the support part, but as far as the email, is there somewhere I can find that, or maybe?
Yeah, just send it to superezforex@gmail.com. You can start there.
Okay, super easy. Okay, all right, cool. I'll send that. That's the one. And then
people with that already, and that's I thought we were almost at the finish line of that. So again, I apologize if yours didn't get through, but yeah, we knew about it.
Yeah, and number 2, I've been having some technical issues with in terms of the installing. Now, I think maybe I need to remove other indicators. That's probably slowing it down. I mean, I'm able to install it, but I'm not getting those signals coming up right away. So it's just there. So I'm thinking maybe I'll remove some other indicators. Go ahead.
And the truth is, with each time, even when we got the installer involved, each time they didn't install it correctly. What they would do is they would download the folder and then move the whole folder into their indicator folder. Problem is, that ain't how I said to do it. So when we look at it, and I even looked at some people's who swore up and down, I did everything you said. They do that all the time. I did everything you said. And then as soon as we go in there, we say, hold on, wait. At what point in the video did I tell you to do this? And if you take this indicator out and put it back where it's supposed to be, it started working instantly. And one of those, there's two indicators. Hold on, let me see if I got it on this one. No, I didn't put it on this one. But there's 2 files that has the same name. Okay.
Right.
Ocean Wave EX4s. They cannot be in a folder. One of those EX files are basically there as a silent reader specifically designed for the scanner. And people didn't put it in the indicator list like they were supposed to. And because of that, the scanner could be set up, but it wasn't getting the data fed to it because people were putting it in the wrong folder. They would
Yeah.
create a folder and put the folder within the indicator folder. Okay, you just masked the data. So pull it out of your personal folder and put it in your indicator list, and instantly it's silently behind the scenes reading data and spoon feeding it to the scanner, and then the scanner ends up popping up. The other thing they would do is this: they would check boxes. Like, for an example, so just go through, because we got hundreds and hundreds of people who have it. Hundreds. So that means if it ain't working for one, that just means that one person missed something. Okay.
Okay.
Watch this. One of the other things is, it was so simple. A lot of people never double check these boxes, and if you don't, it doesn't communicate with the licensed server. So it's showing charts, but it ain't getting no data. You get what I'm saying? So just double check those little small things, but guarantee we got hundreds of people using it all at the same time. So yeah, you just missed a step. So just go back through it carefully, okay?
Okay. That smiley face, I noticed it doesn't come on, but that's okay though, right? The allow trading.
Yeah, but you can click on it. You can click on it, and but realistically, it's not, because it's not auto trading itself. In other words, that's if you're using an EA or a robot that's actually taking trades for you.
Gotcha. Okay, I got you. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, by the way, look, see, our admin, Bitch Donna, but by the way, she's doing a fabulous job. She just put an email in there to contact her directly, and she can help with that. So look in the chat box and get that email, and she'll be able to assist you today. Okay?
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. God bless.
Yeah, no worries. Good, thank you. All right, last hand, and I got to bounce. D, go ahead and unmute. Hi, D. Go ahead and unmute.
Uncle Pizzle.
What's up with you? What's popping?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right, man.
I'm greeting you from Durban, South Africa.
Wow. All the way from South Africa. Cool.
Yes, sir.
You don't have
I'm
that
American.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm American.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. But I live here in South Africa.
Okay.
First of all, I want to thank Jadal. He's the one that brought me to you.
Okay.
And it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for educating the community. My question to you was, I'm hearing that MT4 is going to be done away with in the next 12 to 18 months. Will Ocean Wave go over to MT5, and if that's the case?
No, matter of fact, our coders, we can't stand MT5. We hate it. But I will say this: I heard rumors, but I actually, and I don't know what's exactly right or wrong. I'll tell you that up front. But remember, our guy, those who had joined me a couple of weeks ago, I told you there was a person. I don't respect this person. I like what they're doing, but I just don't think I'm a good fit for what they wanted to do. But this person actually was one of the head coders, and when you go into the MT4 store or the MT5 store to buy indicators from the MT4 store or MT5 store, a lot of those, this person was the person who actually created them. Okay, so he just left working for MetaTrader. And so we had a one-on-one meeting because he had a project and he really wanted me to be a part of it and use my influence to help, bring this project to some life and stuff like that. So we had our one-on-one meeting a couple of weeks ago, and he was spilling the beans on what happens behind the scenes with MetaTrader itself, the platform. But he was telling me it's more around 2026 or 27 when that transition may happen, not in the next 12 to 18 months. So that's what he told me. He used to work there. He just so for me, I'm not panicking over it. Whenever it happens, we'll figure it out. But for now, I'm just going to stick to what we're doing until I get more closer confirmation about that transition happening. But right now we're getting mixed signals. And so I'm not going to put my energy and resources, because when we build out indicators, it's a very expensive thing for me to have to pay, because there's a lot of people behind the scenes that y'all don't know about. I have to pay all these people to get things done and coordinated to get things functioning. And the MT5, they don't like it. I don't even like it, but I just, especially my head coach, I literally just had that conversation. I asked him the same thing about it, and he was like, man, we don't even like it. But we are preparing. I will tell you that. Quietly preparing just in case. So we're coming up with an alternative plan on, is it possible to convert to this and convert to that? Because what the MT5 is trying to do is mirror trading view. And that's what they're basically trying to do. Pull up some trading. into it, and that's cool. But for now, it's no time soon. So I'm just going to focus on making this money, and doing what we can before. Because guess what? By the time they keep talking about the MT5 and this and that, we'll see what happens in the near future. In the future, if I get more confidence. Okay.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, you guys. So I'm gonna close this out. By the way, look at this. See, if you thought, okay, this candle was slowing down, here's a perfect example. Perfect example. The old me would be like, okay, see this candle? See how it stopped at the top of the zone on the 15-minute, and you see it gave this candle. I forgot the name of this candle. Anybody know the name of this candle? This one right here, this green one. What's the name of this candle? See the long wick? Forgot the name of this candle. Doji, yep. Inverted hammers. See all that stuff? Yeah, I think, and this at the top. And this at the top of the trend line on the 15-minute. I'll go bam, I think this is it. And then look what happened. Pushed through and kept on going more. This is exactly what I mean. Hangman, yep. Hangman candle. See all these different names, and this is why the Ocean Wave, I'm so glad we built the Ocean Wave. I don't care nothing about none of those names no more. Either it's going up or it's heading down. Look at gold. Ooh, I missed it. Oh, I'm burning up. I missed gold. Golly, how did I miss that trade? Look at this. Look at that. Into the money. Oh, my God. Now, what candle was this? Is there a hangman candle? Is there a doji? Or it didn't even matter? Y'all see this? Truth is, it didn't even matter. Who cares about the candles? See, all it is, hey, arrow came in, confirmations, and there you go. That's why I love the Ocean Wave. I can care less about all that stuff now. Really, I can care less. I can kiss my behind, whatever. Now look at EJ on Ocean. Look at there. You would have made a boatload of money. Boatload. Even from the 1 hour. Look, it went up. You would have been scared because it did pull back, but then it went up. 15-minute. Look at how smooth that was on that 15. On that 15, that thing never came back. Look at that. Straight 147 pips. You see a doji? Do you see a hangman? You see a double top, double bottoms? You see any of that? Or do you see it's just said, keep on going, keep on going? Look at this. Small dip on the pullback on the MACD, kept on going, but look at these arrows. See what I'm saying? That's why I took this one, the Swiss. I made my, I closed out before class. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Y'all will see it in tomorrow's video. Look at this. I closed it out too early. Look at that. It went up further. I just want to take my money and ran because, I'm teaching class, so I can't manage my trades. But look at this. Look at when this came in. This thing never came below the red. Look at this. See? Where's the doji? Where's the hammer? Where's the inverted head and shoulders? Where's the dragonfly candlestick pattern? Do you see any of that stuff here? Do y'all see any of that? Or do you just see it's going this way, that confirmed, and that confirmed? Everybody understand what I'm saying? Everybody understand what I'm saying? Type yes if you get it, because I got to go. This is what I mean. Dummy proof. Dummy proof system. Dummy proof. If you had to lean towards following the trend or taking reversals, I'm going to now learn to follow this if I had to choose between the two, just in case. Now, both are legit. But if hail came to the storm, which one would it actually do? Continue with that trend. Look at this. Here's EJ. Everybody else got their account blown up. Look at EJ. 15-minute. Never stop going. No candlestick patterns, no this, no that, none of it. It was just, okay, this is where I want to go. Okay. Okay, cool. I agree with you. It is what it is. Okay. But I like both because you can win with both. Like I said, this thing did some major damage this week. It was just this is the only one that didn't win. on the 415ers, or even if it wasn't a 415er, just looking at basic reversal trades, this is the only one that didn't win. So even with the simplicity system, and then you add on the sexy analyst, that was the only trade that didn't win. All the rest won. So either way it goes, you're still a winner with Super Easy. Okay, you guys? All right, I got to go. Love you guys. Thank you very much, Ms. Donna. Thank you for helping with today's class as well. We were expecting that foolishness, but as you can see, God helped us. And I did pray before class just to make sure God blessed us, because I'm really trying to help all of us as retail traders. I don't want the foolishness. So thank you, God, for answering my prayer. Thank you guys for joining me. And I will see you in next week, next week's class. And also make sure you're on the lookout for tomorrow's video. Okay. All right. See you guys.